Imagine a lighthouse, a solitary, steadfast tower of stone, built to withstand the fury of the North Atlantic. Its beam is a promise of safety, a fixed point in the chaos. Now imagine that light, inexplicably, goes dark. When a relief ship finally battles the winter waves to reach it, the lighthouse is in perfect order. The lamps are trimmed and ready. A meal sits uneaten on the table, but the three men sworn to keep the light burning are gone without a trace. This is the enduring mystery of the Flannan Isles. I'm Ibnul J. Farabi, and this is the Unexplained Archive. In December of 1900, the lighthouse on Eilean Mòr, the largest of Scotland's remote Flannan Isles, was a modern marvel. Three keepers worked in shifts: Thomas Marshall, James Ducat, and Donald McArthur. Their isolation was absolute, their duty sacred. On December 15th, a passing ship noted the light was out, but storms delayed any investigation until December 26th, when the relief keeper, Joseph Moore, was put ashore. He found the main gate and the lighthouse door closed, but unlocked. Inside, the clock had stopped. The fire in the grate was long cold. In the kitchen, a chair lay overturned near the table, which was set with a meal of meat, potatoes, and pickles. The men's oilskin coats and boots were missing, all but one set. Up in the lantern room, the lamps were clean and filled, ready to be lit. But of the three experienced, disciplined men, there was no sign. The official logbook entries, later scrutinized like a cryptic novel, told a strange and frantic story. Keeper Marshall's entries described days of severe winds the likes of which I have never seen before, even though the weather logs from nearby stations reported only moderate storms. The final, chilling entry, dated December 15th, read, "Storm ended, sea calm. God is over all." But who wrote it? If the storm had ended, why had they not relit the lamp? The log's timeline and the reported weather simply didn't match, seeding the first layer of deep unease. So what happened on that rocky, windlashed cliff? The official inquiry concluded the men had been swept away by a great wave while attending to equipment on the western landing platform, a notoriously dangerous spot. One man, perhaps without his coat, goes to secure something. A wave takes him. The second man goes to help and is taken. The third follows, meeting the same fate. It's a logical, tragic theory, but it leaves so many questions. Why would all three seasoned keepers, knowing the peril, abandon the lighthouse together? Why was one set of oilskins left behind? And that orderly, untouched interior? It speaks of an interruption so sudden, so compelling, that they left in the middle of a routine meal, expecting to return any moment. This is where the human mind, faced with an unsolvable equation, begins to propose other variables. Supernatural variables. The islands were named for Saint Flannan, and local lore spoke of them as a place of spirits. Some whispered of a phantom seabird whose cry heralded doom. Others spoke of malevolent forces that disliked a man-made tower intruding on their ancient domain. There were even wild, late tales of a mysterious boat seen in the area. But these are the fabrics we weave to cover a hole in our understanding. The simpler, more haunting truth is likely that the sea itself was the only monster needed that day. The North Atlantic is a relentless, unpredictable force, capable of producing a single, monstrous wave that could clear that 200-foot cliff. A wave that leaves no evidence, but absence. As an engineer, I look at the orderly machinery of the lighthouse, the prepared lamps, and I see men who took profound pride in their duty. As a storyteller, I see that overturned chair and feel the chill of an interrupted life. The Flannan Isles disappearance endures not because we found clues, but because we found none. We found a perfectly maintained machine, silently humming along, waiting for operators who would never return. It's a story about the illusion of control, about how the systems we build to hold back the darkness are maintained by fragile, fleeting human hands. And sometimes, the darkness simply reclaims its own. For more stories that linger in the space between fact and folklore, visit us at Light, Not Studios. For the Unexplained Archive, I'm Ibnul J. Farabi.